Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and community here on COD Zombies HQ. Big news today as there was a major leak for content coming into the game as part of Season 1, and the first concrete piece of information that Kino Der Toten will be making its return in some form in the DLC season here in Cold War Zombies. So without further ado, let's kick things right off with our first story of the day. A major leak relating to content coming into this game as part of Season 1 was dropped yesterday, apparently sourced from pictures from Call of Duty's own website that haven't been made available to the public yet. These images, which are now floating around the internet, include a lot of the new cosmetic items and items within the Battle Pass that are going to be added within Season 1. And now that the Zombies mode receives full integration with the Battle Pass coming this year, all of these items will be available to use in Zombies. Things like new operators, operator skins, weapon mastercrafts, and blueprints, as well as a bunch of other new cosmetic accessories are going to be making their way into the Zombies mode. The other big part of this leak confirms something that we've been hearing about for quite a long time, and that is a totally new Call of Duty Warzone map that will be set on Rebirth Island. Now, the reason this relates to Zombies is that a few of the leaked images of Rebirth Island show a striking similarity to the Alcatraz Island, to Mob of the Dead and Blood of the Dead from Black Ops 4. So I wonder if Treyarch is simply reusing and rebranding whole parts of the Alcatraz Island and Mob of the Dead and pasting it into this new Warzone map. If so, I'm sure there will be a bunch of new Zombies little Easter eggs and tidbits to find on that map itself. It's expected to drop publicly when Season 1 launches on December 10th. Now, also related to Zombies about this major leak, I'm not sure if this is a good or if it's a bad thing that zero information about new Zombies content was found and released as part of this new leak, which is good in the sense that it leaves us a little bit more surprised about what's going to be coming, but it could also be bad in that all of the promotional material and images found were promoting a bunch of in-game items and cosmetics and new things coming to the games, including a bunch of multiplayer maps. The fact that Zombies isn't apparently mentioned once in these leaks is kind of concerning that Treyarch might not actually be putting as much effort into advertising Zombies as we might have been hoping for. Next up, we're pretty darn sure that the first DLC 1 big Zombies map to come into Cold War Zombies will be Firebase Z set in Vietnam. But for a long time, based on leaks and information in the game, we've speculated that the second DLC map will be set in Berlin. Well, today we have new information on that front that relates it directly to Kino Der Toten. This comes in the way of Twitter user One Unknown Player and awesome Zombies YouTuber, the legend himself TGR, who correlated a map that displays on the skills screen here in the Zombies mode, and when you enhance it and specifically look at the location of the red dot itself, which we believe could be marking the exact location of a dark ether portal and by extension a Zombies outbreak, it is smack dab in the exact location that Kino Der Toten appears in Black Ops 1 and of course in the Black Ops 3 Zombies Chronicles remastered version. Situated the exact same distance from the Berlin TV tower in real life as it is in the game. And hopping outside of the map in the Kino Der Toten remake in Black Ops 3, we can kind of check out some of the outside areas of Kino that we assume will be accessible when this map is remade into Berlin for DLC 2. Remember, we expect Treyarch to go the same route as they did for Kino Der Toten, making Kino only a part of the map, while the Berlin streets and buildings make up most of the actual map content itself, where Kino is almost like a nostalgic just part of the map itself. Berlin, actually right around the location where Kino is set, played a major part in the third campaign mission of Cold War, which is a very good sign as Treyarch really likes reusing assets from their campaign in their Zombies maps as it helps speed up the process of making and developing them, so that all adds to the evidence that yes, we will see Kino Der Toten make its return to Cold War Zombies at some point. And I definitely recommend you check out TGR's video on this subject, linked down in the description after this one's over. Next up, thanks to Matthew106 over on Reddit, we now have an answer to something that made absolutely no sense when editing your weapon attachments here in Cold War Zombies, where you might have noticed that for various weapons, there's certain attachments that increase the amount of salvage that you'll get. But while there can be up to 3 different attachments that increase salvage drops in Zombies for a weapon, they all have different downsides, and the game does not tell you what are the actual differences between these attachments, because it turns out the rate at which they drop different salvage and what kind of salvage is actually different between them. By spending a couple of hours gathering data on this subject, here is what Matthew106 found. The mounted flashlight will grant you a 5.9% increase to common salvage drops and a 22.7% increase to rare drops. That's quite a significant increase to rare drops especially. The Tiger Team Spotlight grants you a 14.59% increase to common salvage drops, and this is interesting, a 9.1% decrease to rare drops. So you'll get more common salvage but less rare salvage. And lastly, the Ember Sighting Point grants an 8.1% increase to common salvage drops and a 29.6% increase to rare drops. So by the percent increases for each of the attachments, the Ember Sighting Point is clearly the best, granting the most overall percent increase for salvage, but of course you do get drawbacks when using that attachment in the form of sprint to fires and aim down sight speed. So next time you want to put on an attachment that increases salvage, make sure you're putting on the right one that suits your needs here in Zombies. I have no idea why Treyarch just doesn't tell us this in the menu itself. Next up, we have 2 awesome "I've been playing Zombies forever, but I didn't know you could do that" moments. The first comes from Royce Roshemalowski over on Twitter, who tweeted me this video showing off the fact that you can insta-kill the Megaton boss in this map and the boys that split from him by using the Die Wonder weapon trapped behind the door in Kino Der Toten. This can be especially useful if you want to play a game without using the die and you have no ammo left, or you just don't want to deal with taking down a Megaton. Head over to Kino Der Toten, fire up the Wonder Weapon, and let it do all the work for you, insta-killing the boss zombies so you just don't have to worry about it. Next up, we have a sick clip coming from Sunk Punk over on Reddit, who demonstrates an Ether Shroud blink jump that I had no idea was possible in this game, where you're able to blink from the yard, the spawn room, right up to beside Stamina Up without having to make your way through the treacherous close quarters perils of Kino Der Toten. This guy does it for a good cause, even too, going to revive his buddy. So that is definitely one of those pro Zombies player strats that you can impress your friends with, and they'll have no idea how you did it or how you got there so quickly. Next up, a quick update on the silhouette of the China Lake appearing on the mastery card for the M79 grenade launcher. I had a lot of people in the comments of yesterday's video that kind of outed themselves that they haven't actually played Black Ops 1. I don't blame you guys, the game was released a long time, because a lot of people were commenting that this image is in fact the M79 grenade launcher, but guys, no it's not. This is the China Lake. It is a pump action launcher, almost like a shotgun launcher from Black Ops 1. It's got a few shells in its magazine, you gotta cock it every time you want to fire it, and if you picked it up in Black Ops 1 without PhD, there was a 95% that you're gonna go down because of it, compared to the M79 launcher here in Cold War, which is a single shot when unpapped tube-fed launcher that is both a lot more effective than the China Lake and a lot more fun to use. So 2 totally different weapons. We don't know why the China Lake appears here in this calling card, but hey, maybe like many of those people commenting that these are the same weapon, maybe Treyarch themselves got confused thinking they were the same weapon when they most definitely are not. But that wraps up the news today, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, hey, why not leave a thumbs up on the video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Season 1 is just around the corner, and there's a lot more information coming out about it very soon. Besides all of the M79 and the China Lake are the same thing comments I had to read yesterday, I really did enjoy reading about all of your own personal Zombies urban legends, from doing little dances in front of the mystery box to guarantee the ray gun, to only picking up a weapon from the box when the light is brightest. Those were super fun to read, so I want to thank you for sharing them with us. So I want to thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you with another Zombies news update tomorrow. Roll the outro.